I am exhibiting 3 video works. One is Stasi Prison, which you can see here. One is entitled Banquet, and the other is Prelude to Never Loving Again. The Banquet piece came first. It was a series of live performances that was documented in the exhibition space. And those documentations were then edited into a new story to create a 3-channel video projection. The Stasi Prison piece, as you can see here, was a formal exercise using the site and this idea of cyclical process of imprisonment or self-entrapment. In this case, it was more kind of that feeling of like striving, trying again and again. And when you try again and again, it's just hitting you in the face over and over and over again. So this idea of frustration, I guess, and what kind of myths we set up for ourselves to believe in, and then how we actually rewrite those or unwrite those in the very same moment. And then the last piece, Prelude, it incorporates the first scene of Das Rheingold from Wagner, in which I'm singing and playing the parts of 3 characters from his opera. Certain aspects of the work, especially in the case of Prelude, I think become more in the direction of self-portrait. But my work is always asking questions about the self and what does it mean to be a body in society or a self in a larger body, urban body. My background is in visual art, but since I was a very small child, I was also training in music and dance and theater. So I think there was no running away from those initial influences coming back into my work as a visual artist. A lot of the emotional things that come up are surprises to me as well, because I try to stay really focused mentally on my goals that I set up for myself. So in Prelude, I think the most emotional character there for me is Albrecht, the dwarf, the sort of ugly dwarf who finds himself very desperate for love. That story then translated into an idea of what it means to be an artist and who Wagner represents as this kind of like grandiose, almost to the most sickening extreme, and yet at the same time like so harmonious and beautiful and lovely. In the case of Banquet, this idea of a feast and abundance and bounty, and yet kind of trapping yourself in that same excess. And on the other hand, it had a playful element to it where I was kind of like, you know, like kind of playing games with the materials at certain times, and then it, for me, became a question of like, am I bigger than the materials? Are the materials bigger than me? And who can win? Sort of, yeah.